Leon, first of all, just wanted to ask you about supporters and everything. I know you tweeted a few weeks ago about your relationship with the fans, and it's really important. And when you see the support that turned up on Saturday, I mean, just tell us about how you feel about when you get that type of support behind you.
Yeah, obviously they're a great following to Macclesfield, and it was a shame that we couldn't give them the 3 points they deserve. Really, it's a bit disappointing with the result, and the following was great, and like I say, it was a shame we couldn't get the result from.
Does it mean a lot to you though when people get in touch with you on social media and people talk to you and I know you were at the NFL game at the weekend and a couple of people spotted you as well there. Is that nice to know that people want to come and talk to you and you've got that relationship with them?
Yeah, I'm quite approachable when it comes to fans. Like I say, when I travelled down to London to the NFL, I met about 4 or 5 fans, and I was with my mate, and I was happy to have a chat, and they was asking what happened with the game on Saturday, but then it sort of turned into a normal chat about football and about the game that we was going to watch. So, like I say, I'm quite approachable when it comes to fans and just have a normal chat, really.
Is it nice to think though that they can come up to you as well, and it's kind of not a bit like the Premier League where you might have tons of bouncers around you or whatever?
yeah. And obviously I've spoken about it before where I've played non-league and used to have chats with fans in the bar after games, so it's all normal for me.
With your own form this season as well, there's been a lot for people to cheer about for you and the rest of the back four. Where did the team improve from now on though? Because as we've talked about, Saturday wasn't the best of results. So where do you improve as a back four?
Obviously clean sheets, definitely clean sheets. Obviously we had a lot of clean sheets last season, and it's something we only got one this season, and me personally expect us to have a lot more than just one clean sheet. So that's something we have to work on, and hopefully in the next few games we'll be getting another clean sheet, and we can build on that.
Is it because of the way that the team's played? Obviously last year it was quite a defensive team. Now the fullbacks push up a lot more. There's not as many covering midfielders in the centre of the park. So is that partly down to it?
Yeah, it could be. Something we'll have to look at, and manager and the coaches have to look at. Obviously we're a little bit more open because we're scoring a lot more goals this season, so that could be one thing that obviously we're scoring more goals, so that could be the case, but then I suppose we just have to work a little bit harder to keep that clean sheet.
Do you want a few more goals as well? I know you got a couple last year and you've got one this year I think already, haven't you? So
yeah, it's something that I've always tried to help out with on set pieces, and get a few goals in season. Always set myself a target, and it's something I'll be doing again this year, and hopefully reaching a target.
Tell us a little bit about Nathan Smith. You've had a couple of years next to him now. How's he grown and matured as a player from your point of view?
Confidence, I think, is key. I think when I first come in to the club, even though he played quite a few games for the club, I think at times the confidence wasn't there. I think, but I think he's grown as a player. Definitely grown as a player, and I think I don't want to sound too big-headed, but I think I've played a part in that, and some of the other mature players have played a part in that as well. And I think the more he plays with us, I think he's just gonna get better and better. And he's talking a lot more as well over the last sort of 12 months, and he's a real leader for a young age as well.
Have you got that kind of job now with the rest of the back four? Because Gibbo and Adam Crooks are not exactly old men either, are they? So you've got to look after them too.
Gibbo's the same. Really, I can say the same thing with him. Gibbo, for a young player, he talks a lot, and that's one thing that sometimes in young players sometimes they're scared to talk, because obviously he's with the first team and things like that. And with Gibbo, he's got a old head on young shoulders, and I think he's the same. He's only going to get better and better, and hopefully it just continues, and they as players building that.
What's your relationship like with Scott Brown as well? Because I know some defenders either have complete faith in their goalie or don't. So when you've got young players around you, do you look a little bit to him as well as being one of the older heads in the team?
Yeah, I as defender, I always try and get on with the goalkeepers, even though they can be a little bit nuts, and yeah, so I have a sort of routine with him. Always go and give him a hug before we go out and kick off on that. So yeah, it's good to have a good relationship with the goalkeeper, definitely.
Even when as many games as you've played and as many games as he plays, when he shouts at you, how do you feel?
Just take it on the chin. It's as simple as that. I've had keepers shout a lot more than he does at me. So yeah, you just take it on the chin, and then you're all on the pitch for the same reason. So if for 90 minutes you get shouted at, but it's for the cause of winning, then it is what it is. But it's all forgotten about afterwards. As long as you win the game, you just win the game, and it's all forgotten about. So it's just like I say, just one of them.
Stevenage are coming here on Saturday. You'll know all about them from last year. They could be a very physical team, but how do you prepare for that? Do you try and work a little bit more on the physical side of the game?
Yeah, we know about Stevenage from last season. Obviously, a few weeks ago they changed their manager, so I've not seen how they're playing at the moment. But I'm sure the gaffer will have seen the last few games and see if anything's changed from their side. So we'll be looking at some video footage and see how their last few games are going, and have a look at their key players and see how we counteract that, really.
The home results have been really good so far this season. When you come back here, does that give you just an extra little bit of confidence when you know that you're back in front of the home crowd and your home record's been good?
Yeah, obviously our home record's very good, but it's something we can't rely on this year. It was the other way around last year. We seemed to have a good away form, and the home form was a little bit indifferent. So, but we have to start winning more games away and picking up more points on the road, and not rely on our home form. Obviously, you want to make your home a fortress and win as many as you can there, but it's the away form that we